All right, good morning again. I'm Ken from Constant Source, and today, as we started yesterday, we're continuing to talk about spiritual disciplines, or faith rhythms, as we call them here at Constant Source. And today our topic is gratitude. Yesterday it was prayer, and if you have gotten a chance to try that activity, the prayer card activity, or if you didn't get a chance to check it out, go back to the video from yesterday that can be found on our page and check it out. But today's faith rhythm is gratitude. And I love gratitude as a spiritual discipline because it really helps me to rethink and remember the ways that God has been faithful to me in my life and the ways in which God is continuing to care for and provide for us in this season. I think gratitude is a particularly important spiritual discipline right now, just because of the place that we find ourselves in. And gratitude is great because it's just simply a practice of thanking God for that which God has done. And so it's really particularly powerful and poignant, especially right now, for two reasons. First, when we practice gratitude, we spend time remembering. We remember what God has done for us, and we remember the ways in which God has already cared for us. And so in remembering, our faith is bolstered because we know that God has already done. But also, it provides hope as we look forward because we can remember what God has done, and we can have hope that God will continue to care for us as God already has. And so it's kind of this like both past looking and future looking practice. And that's one of the reasons it's really powerful. Another reason it's really powerful is because I find, at least in my life, that practicing gratitude, especially in the morning, sets the tone for the rest of the day for me. So often when I start my morning in prayer and I find myself gravitating towards gratitude, I'm able to take that positivity with me throughout the rest of the day. And so I think that's a really great thing for us to be instituting with our families right now, especially with some of our kids who are anxiety prone or maybe worried about what's going on. Reminding them that they have things right now to be thankful for is a really powerful practice, and definitely a rhythm that I hope that we can all be getting more and more into, especially in this time. And so with that, we have today's gratitude faith rhythm activity, and that is going to be the 10-day gratitude challenge. So the challenge is pretty simple. Every day, starting today, you write down one thing that you are grateful for, one thing that you want to thank the Lord for doing or providing in your life. And then tomorrow, you read what you wrote today, and then you add two more things. And then on day three, all the way up to day 10, where you read through all the things that you're thankful for, and then you add 10 more things. And so you can see, I've done this before. I love this practice. I don't know how well you can see this, but I have all of these days recorded of the things that I was thankful for. And there's the challenge is that we add things, but we don't repeat anything. So on day 10, you still can't be writing the same thing that you were thankful for on day 1. And it's just a really great way to remember how many ways that God has cared for us and to be thankful for those things. If you have younger kids, a great way to practice this is to simply just sit down with them and ask them what they're thankful for. Don't put numbers or stipulations on it by days like we're doing in our challenge, but just ask them. And then the important part here is that you return to it for 10 days. So you create time to just sit down on day 2 and say, hey, remember how we talked about what we were thankful for yesterday? Well, let's talk about what we're thankful for today. And you may add some things to that list, or you may just revisit the list. But it helps create this rhythm of gratitude, even in our younger kids. For our elementary kids, our preteens, and our teens, I would encourage you to pull on their competitive nature and challenge them to the 10-day gratitude challenge. Maybe set aside time around breakfast time every morning to sit down together, to grab your sheets of paper or in a journal, and to take the step of however many things that you want to pray for, being thankful for in that day. And then what's really great when we do this with our families is that at the end of the 10-day challenge, we can talk about things about, well, when did it start getting tricky to continue to name things that we're thankful for? And then maybe what are some of the things that you'd like to highlight, so you can kind of go around the table and just celebrate in the ways that God has been so good to our family. So with that, today's activity is the 10-day gratitude challenge, and I invite you to kind of establish this new faith rhythm with your families. If you are looking for more resources for spiritual development or helping guide your families towards Jesus, we've got a couple extra resources linked in the description below. So the first one is a deeper dive into these spiritual disciplines, and it is great because it helps provide information about each of them, but also has different kinds of challenges to help you kind of dive deeper into these faith rhythms in this season. And then the second one is just a family-focused daily devotional. It's parent first, which means it helps give you the information you need to feel more confident in your faith, and then helps you share what you're learning with your kids. So with that, I pray that your family would take this challenge on, and that you would find and grow deeper in your relationship with Jesus in the time to come. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow for another spiritual discipline, another look at a faith rhythm. Have a great day.